So just so our audience is clear about this, on that, what becomes possible with i3X when it becomes available that isn't feasible in today's API landscape?
We've seen a really cool explosion since we announced it just a couple weeks ago in adaptations. So I'm using MT Connect, or I have my own custom SQL Server schema, or I have a carefully thought out UNS on MQTT. And so kind of the first thing we're seeing is it's really easy to snap any of that pre-design to a standard interface. And there's a free tool called i3X Explorer that provides a ready visualization, kind of establishing that, yes, this underlying implementation has kind of the minimum requirements for Industry 4.0 or not, right?
Hmm.
It kind of readily gives you a report card of what you have and what you need to have to kind of complete this base set of functionality. So that's the first pass. What we hope it enables in the very near future is the proliferation of apps. We want to see apps that target i3X, not apps that target Rockwell or target Siemens or
Hmm.
target Inductive. They target i3X and they become portable across those platforms. So anywhere i3X is supported, the application is also supported.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that. One thing I'm wondering about, with all of the legacy systems that are still existent in manufacturing across all industries, I'm wondering, how does i3X handle connectivity with those legacy OT systems that were never designed with modern APIs in mind?
Yeah, and to be clear, we are not designing to bind to those directly. Most of our OT data sources are too primitive to meet the bar that i3X sets. Its original name was the Contextual Manufacturing Information Platform API, which was a mouthful. That's why we chose a better name. But we are targeting the first place that you begin to establish context against those OT protocols. So you could accomplish this in an HMI SCADA system where you're organizing the tags into UDTs. UDTs are types. And then you have instance objects, and you have kind of your first set of relationships, hierarchical relationships between those asset objects. So it's always going to be, at least for the foreseeable future, it's going to be a platform that coalesces and organizes this data and establishes the context that we bind to. Um, I won't rule out some future where our OT data sources become rich and context aware enough to bind i3X to it. But for now, we are targeting the information platform layer, not the
Okay.
automation layer.
Where all the data goes to at some point for that. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.